Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another travel video. For today, I want to get into the Norwegian Epic. So recently I traveled on the Norwegian Epic and I wanted to do a ship tour and kind of just an overall review of my 7-day trip on the Norwegian Epic. So where did we go? We took a 7-day Norwegian Epic cruise that went from San Juan to the ABC Islands to St. Lucia and to St. Kitts. And you can see on the screen in front of you, that was our route that we took. And first and foremost, when you get to the San Juan port, this is an actual video of the port itself. It is a empty warehouse with a bunch of different kiosks where you can check in. I went at noon and I was on the ship within 5 minutes of entering the port. Yeah, within literally 5 minutes. So as you can see on the screen in front of you, this is how you get on the ship in San Juan. And the reason why I'm bringing up this other video was that when I went to Miami and went on the Sky, it's a little less glamorous getting on the ship. Let's be honest with you. I miss the normal gangways. So as we keep going, there was an in-person muster drill. Now, I didn't find the in-person muster drill that bad. A lot of people, they just were sitting around on their phones. I wouldn't say a lot of people were paying attention, but guess what? Starting on April 1st, no, this is not an April Fool's joke, but starting on April 1st, the muster drill is going back to being an e-muster drill. So what you had to do was you had to go on YouTube, watch a video, say you watched it, then you'd come on the ship and you would check in and you'd be done with your muster drill. So now that we got all of that out of the way, we are on the top deck. So when you first get on your ship, obviously the stateroom is not ready. So what's the very first thing you do? Well, you're gonna go to the pool deck and grab a drink. And the pool deck, I would say overall was really, really cool. There was tons of open space. Now, my one negative about this whole pool deck area is that the pools themselves, you can see the pools aren't huge, but the problem is the teal tile in the pool area got extremely hot. But other than that, they had plenty of water slides. They had plenty of places to lay out. This would be a part of the ship where I would say that, it being a 14-year-old ship, it kind of is looking like a 14-year-old ship. And, some of these second decks on the pool deck, all right, everything looks cool. Like you can see from here, we have the 18th deck. You can only get to the 18th deck from the pool deck itself, but you can see you have some really cool views and you're really high up. But overall, pool deck I think is fine, but on the day at sea, it got very crowded. Just very, very, very crowded. So as we continue on throughout the ship, here's the middle part of the ship where you'll find elevators and it leads to the Spice H2O lounge. And this is your adult area, and I'm just showing you what's kind of around it. Now, the screen in front of you does not look like that in person. It's just my camera doing it. But the Spice H2O lounge was a really cool place for adults, and it's a very quiet place. So the pool area is definitely louder. They play live music, and the bars are pretty crowded. But the Spice H2O area was open, and a lot of people are there, but it was just a very chill and relaxed place to hang out. And here's the view from above. There is a bar, and then there is a buffet area with hot dogs and hamburgers. It's not your most amazing buffet because it's very basic food. If you really want a better buffet, you go to the actual buffet themselves. But anyways, you can see after the Spice H2O lounge, they do have a rock climbing wall. So now let's get into the room. So you're gonna be like, well, why are we staring at the floor? Well, the floor in front of you, if the fishies are faced straight, that means you're going to the front of the ship. So guys, welcome to balcony room 14005. And this is our lovely balcony with a view. Now it is called a private sea room because you'll see a picture of our balcony shortly. But I will say, here is the toilet. This toilet area is very, very, very small. So just to let you know, you might have some problems fitting in this. So this is the weird part of the Norwegian Sky, is the bathroom and shower area. See, you can see the doors right there, and boom, you have a shower and toilet right next to it. So that's something when you are booking for any I almost said Norwegian Sky, but Norwegian Epic ship, you know, you're gonna have to make sure you realize that these bathrooms are in every single room and they are the exact same thing. Trust me, when you're disembarking, you'll see all these rooms open and you will see that everything is literally the same layout. Now I will say, even though the showers are in a funky place, they do have hooks right there in front of you, but the shower actually in general, very, very spacious. I actually enjoyed the shower. So if you want my opinion of the shower and bathroom area, I was actually okay with it, but I was also with my girlfriend. If you're in the same room with a friend or a parent or something like that, you might not like the lack of privacy, but from our overall experience, I love the shower and the bathroom area is just a little snug. That's all that I really got out of it. I will say the Norwegian Epic balcony rooms do have a lot of storage. Like you can see in front of you, they give you a lot of hangers, a lot of places to place your luggage and stuff like that. So that's just my clothes. So we haven't even gotten to my girlfriend's clothes, which are, there's a lot. There's honestly a lot. And well, there is my ugly face. Yeah, ugh. You can see the hairdryer below and you can see the safe is above. So they do have a safe and we will be getting to the fridge, which is below. They do have that fridge, but that costs you money. Do not take those waters, people. Resist. They will give you flow waters for free if they like you enough. Anyways, so now that you saw some of the areas, you know, you saw some of the vanity part, you can see that there is a couch. I honestly don't have much use for this couch. It's kind of very awkward and it kind of just fills in random space that I truly didn't love. The beds themselves I thought were very comfortable. You do have a small 27-inch TV. And here we go with some of the storage underneath. Now, as you can see under there, that is our one and only plug. Right there is very dated plugs. I'll be honest with you, like it was not perfectly in the wall and I was a little nervous plugging things in, but overall more clothes storage, tons of storage. If this balcony room does anything right, tons of storage. Now, what you're going to notice here on the Norwegian Epic balcony rooms is that there's not much space in between the beds and whatnot. Oh, I am showing you under the bed for more storage. But overall, though, like there's not much room. There's not much room to just hang out and chill and just stand. So just letting you know that ahead of time. So here is our privacy balcony. That's what they call it, a privacy. I mean, it's still a good balcony. My girlfriend and I, we did not have any issues with it, even though it was semi-enclosed. It was decently sized too. Like if we show you where the chairs are and whatnot, like it's a decent sized balcony. I guess the only reason why is because we are in front of the ship and they needed extra stabilization to place steel there. I'm not really sure why they did that. I honestly don't know. But overall, the ceiling does have some cool light fixtures and you can see above the lights above. But like I showed you before, my only concern are these power outlets. Like look there's like live wire and then there's the temperature thermostat. Like it's just, you couldn't really see it. And then there's our seat, you know, privacy. So overall, I like the room. It was just a little small for my liking. Now let's explore a little bit more of the Norwegian Epic. So this is going to be your main atrium area. On top of this is what's called Oceans. Oceans is the Irish bar that is open 24/7. I highly recommend that you go to Oceans. They also have a bowling alley in back. This is my girlfriend attempting to bowl. Actually, I think she got a strike on this one, but let's not show her face. But overall, very cool. Then they do have a bunch of other bars. It's called Shakers over there. And then you have your main chandelier over here. And then in the middle is your casino and whatnot. So basically all of your entertainments are on floors 5 and 6 and 7. Then we do have a few other places like Headliners is on there. Headliners had the dueling pianos and the comedian. The dueling pianos and the comedians were amazing. Definitely check it out. 100% check it out. Then here is the bottom part. So you saw the bottom part of kind of like the atrium area. We're now below Oceans. That's where you have your customer service, your shore excursions, and your Starbucks. So let's keep going. Again, this is not supposed to be a major detail. This is just me reviewing the overall trip that we had on the Norwegian Epic. You can see that overall, Bliss is just Bliss. You know, it's a cool nightclub. Honestly, I didn't like it. I didn't care for it, but it was fine. It was honestly fine for what it was. Then as we continue on past Bliss, you're going to see La Bistro. You're going to see a photo lab where you get all your family pictures and whatnot. Then you are going to see an art gallery. So this is pretty much like every other Norwegian ship that I've ever been on, to be honest with you. So like I said, 5, 6, and part of 7, one of these parts you're going to see the Epic Theater, and it was really nice. We went to Burn the Floor. It was amazing. The Beatles were awesome. So the entertainment on this ship is absolutely top notch. Now we're going back to level 7, and I'm sorry if I'm mixing you up on certain levels, but level 7 does have all the shopping and whatnot that you see here. You can see the bars right there. That means we are not out at sea and they're not able to sell you anything. So just to let you know that the shops do open, but the ship has to be at sea. Then lastly, there is a really nice gym that you can take part of. So overall, I thought the ship did really, really well. Now, if you go on the Norwegian Cruise Line website, there are tons and tons and tons. Like, I didn't have all day to film every single room, but there's tons of different restaurants and tons of different things that you can check out. My girlfriend and I, we checked out Cagney's Steakhouse, which was I would say really good. It wasn't great, but it was really good. We went to Moderno, which we really loved. And then La Cucina was absolutely amazing. Like, La Cucina was on the front of the ship. It was really good. We got to see a really nice sunset right in front of us. So if you want to take advantage of any of the upcharge restaurants, there's definitely plenty to do. And then as you could see, there's plenty of different activities. Like, I didn't even show you the kids aquatic park. I didn't show you the Splash Academy, which is for kids also. So the Norwegian Epic has a ton to do for every age. Now, it is a 14-year-old ship, and there are 4,100 passengers. So what did I think of the Norwegian Epic? I think it was a good ship, but I would not rate it my favorite ship I've ever been on. So would I go, like, why did I go on this cruise to begin with? Well, I really enjoyed the idea of going to the ABC Islands, which I've never been to, which was the Southern Caribbean. And I just enjoyed the idea of going on that. Now, the ship itself, the Epic, I really liked it, but I didn't love it. So it's like when you go to a restaurant, you like something, but you don't love it. So guys, I still recommend that you go on the Norwegian Epic and try it yourself. Usually the Epic is in the Southern Caribbean. So basically the cruise that I took that you saw early on, but then also goes to the Mediterranean. So I guess, honestly, make sure you do your homework on the ship before you visit it or book anything on it. But I overall thought it was a really good time. So please let me know in the comment section below what you guys thought of the Norwegian Epic if you've ever been on it. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.